Hey Anthony,
Yeah,
what do you think about the change in ownership of Dominion voting machines?
I think it's really scary that the second largest producer of voting machines in the United States has been bought out by a former GOP official, especially in wake of all of the changes that the Trump administration is trying to make to election integrity.
What does this mean for voting integrity?
Well, I think we only need to look to Trump's executive order on elections to see that. Because the GOP official who has bought Dominion voting systems and renamed it Liberty Vote, of course, has said that he plans on following the rules set forth by Trump's executive order on elections when he is making decisions for this company. And these are rules that have already been declared illegal by multiple courts because they are intended to disenfranchise minority voters, voters of color, and to cause intimidation in election places. Rules like requiring paper ballots, which doesn't sound that bad up top, but when you consider that states like California and Georgia have the majority of voting done by paper ballots, when you consider that our service members that are deployed in other countries do voting by paper ballots, and anybody who is disabled or working a hard job where they may not feel they have time to take off time to vote, those are people that are also likely to vote by paper ballots. So it's designed to disenfranchise all of those people. They're also talking about things like requiring proof of citizenship to register, which plants the idea that we have this huge problem with undocumented immigrants voting in our elections when in fact it basically never happens. The incidence of it occurring are near zero. And they're doing things like requiring actual paper ballots to be used to cast votes. And that goes to the fact that Dominion Voting Systems is the company that was sued by the Trump administration in 2020 for supposedly rigging the election for Biden to win. And Dominion voting machines work by basically voting via a touchscreen, and then the machine prints out a paper ballot to be scanned by QR code, and then the votes are tallied that way. Although, of course, the paper record is also kept and heavily scrutinized. And, they want to take that away too, to just add another step of complexity to voting and make it harder for people to do. So when you combine that with the other things that I think we can expect in the upcoming elections, such as voter intimidation at ballot places, further attempts at gerrymandering, and doing things like minimizing the amount of polling locations in areas that are not white, I think that there's a real strong indication that the Trump administration does not intend for there to be any more fair and free elections in the U.S., especially since he told his constituents during the election that, vote for me one more time and you won't need to vote again. I think that's what we're seeing right now.